Not every revolution begins with noise. Some start in silence, inside a lab, behind a lens, and far away from the spotlight. In a world where the camera industry is constantly chasing bigger sensors, faster frame rates, and louder marketing, one company has quietly chosen a different path. Not to follow trends, but to create something bold, something intentional, something for the creators who don't conform to the crowd, but carve their own way forward. That company is Sigma. And the camera? If the whispers are to be believed, it's called the Sigma FPL Mark II. Rumors speak of a machine so compact it disappears into your hand, yet so powerful it may become the most underestimated full-frame camera of this generation. A successor to a camera that wasn't designed to win spec wars on paper, but to thrive in the hands of real-world storytellers. It's minimal, it's modular, and it's built for filmmakers who think differently, who don't just chase resolution, but chase meaning. But what exactly is coming? Is this simply another quiet update, or is Sigma about to prove once more that innovation doesn't have to shout? It just needs to work? And if this camera is truly on the horizon, what secrets will it carry within its body? What long-standing problems might it solve? And what creative boundaries will it erase forever? Stay with us, because what you're about to discover isn't just speculation. It's the beginning of a new story, one that could reshape the way we think about cameras, creativity, and what it means to truly innovate all over again. There's something poetic about the original Sigma FP, a camera that didn't try to impress with megapixel wars or overbuilt marketing hype. It didn't scream for attention. It just existed for the few who truly understood what it offered. A full-frame sensor, in a body the size of a compact mirrorless, designed not to compete, but to carve out its own world. But as the years passed, creators started asking, what if Sigma refined it? What if they took everything great about the FPL and fixed everything that held it back? Now, those questions are turning into rumors, and the whispers are getting louder. The Sigma FPL Mark II, if real, is set to be a game-changer for independent filmmakers, content creators, and even studio cinematographers who want cinema-grade tools in a minimal footprint. And today, we're breaking down everything we know, technically, creatively, and practically. At the heart of the FPL Mark II is the possibility of a new backside illuminated BSI, full-frame sensor, possibly retaining the 61 MP resolution of the previous FPL, but with massive improvements in low-light performance, dynamic range, and rolling shutter control. Why does that matter? Because the original FPL had one flaw. The absence of a mechanical shutter, combined with a slow readout sensor, made it vulnerable to rolling shutter distortion. For video shooters capturing motion or handheld panning, this was a deal-breaker. If the Mark II solves this with a faster readout or even a stacked CMOS design, it won't just be a minor upgrade. It would unlock gimbal-free shooting, smooth motion capture, and better HDR imaging in a body that weighs less than your smartphone. Imagine shooting an entire cinematic short film from your pocket-sized camera without worrying about distortion or motion blur. That's the kind of freedom a sensor upgrade like this could bring. One of the strongest rumors surrounding the FPL Mark II is internal 10-bit 4:2:2 recording, a huge leap from the 8-bit limitations of its predecessor. Why is that significant? Because color grading lives and dies in the world of bit depth. An 8-bit file may be fine for casual content, but the moment you start pushing colors, working with log footage, or creating cinematic LUTs, you hit a wall. Banding, clipping, loss of depth. But with 10-bit 4:2:2 internal recording, creators can finally unlock full color flexibility. Skin tones look natural. Skies can be pushed without breaking. Black shadows can be lifted without noise. This would take the FPL Mark II from being a compact B-cam to a legitimate main camera for pro-grade film work. And the best part? You wouldn't even need an external recorder anymore. The entire workflow becomes faster, cleaner, and more portable. Sigma has always believed in offering uncompressed workflows. The original FP supported CinemaDNG RAW internally, and the FPL offered ProRes RAW externally via HDMI. The FPL Mark II is rumored to continue this tradition, but with even smoother performance, lower latency, and reliable RAW over HDMI output, possibly at up to 4K 60 frames per second. Now think about this. You're on set. No crew, just you and your idea. You plug in an Automo's Ninja 5, and suddenly, your tiny Sigma becomes a cinema-grade RAW camera. For indie filmmakers, wedding cinematographers, or YouTubers shooting high-end content, this makes the Mark II an invisible powerhouse, small enough to mount on a drone, but strong enough to shoot a feature film. This is where things get interesting. The original FP and FPL had no in-body image stabilization, IBIS. That made handheld shooting a challenge, especially in low light or when using vintage manual lenses. The Mark II is rumored to finally include a compact 5-axis IBIS system, optimized for video. If this is true, it changes everything. Suddenly, Sigma becomes more than a niche product. It becomes a rival to the Sony FX3, Canon R6 Mark II, and even Blackmagic's Pocket 6K Pro. IBIS opens the door to handheld cinematic motion, steady gimbal-free shots, and stabilized photography, all without making the camera any bigger. In real-world terms, you can shoot a run-and-gun documentary, an interview, or a vlog without extra gear. That's power. That's freedom. One of the most demanded upgrades for Sigma is better autofocus. The current FPL uses contrast detect AF, which, while accurate, is too slow and unreliable for video. The FPL Mark II is strongly rumored to adopt phase detection autofocus, which would bring faster subject tracking, reliable face and eye detection, consistent focus pulls in video. For hybrid shooters, people who want to shoot both stills and video. This makes the FPL Mark II far more practical. Whether you're filming a model walking toward you or shooting street photography in fast-changing conditions, responsive AF could be the difference between getting the shot or missing it. Despite its tiny size, Sigma is expected to re-engineer the thermal layout of the FPL Mark II. With the original models already being reliable in heat management, this new version could push longer 4K recording, possibly even 6K external RAW, without any thermal shutdown. That means creators can shoot longer interviews, podcasts, time-lapse, or live streams without worrying about overheating, a problem that still haunts many cameras from bigger brands. According to industry chatter, the Sigma FPL Mark II may retain the same modular design, but with minor ergonomic changes, a slightly better grip, repositioned buttons, and improved tactile control dials. This keeps the original charm intact while fixing the practical issues. Perfect for filmmakers who want minimal bulk but maximum control. Mount it to a cage, use it bare bones, or stick it to a gimbal. It adapts. Sigma is likely to enhance its USB-C port for direct streaming and studio tethering. Whether you're a YouTuber, product photographer, or live streamer, the FPL Mark II could become a plug-and-play tool for high-quality webcam use, direct file transfer, and live monitoring on external software. That means fewer adapters, smoother workflows, and faster turnaround from shoot to publish. While nothing is confirmed yet, early estimates place the Sigma FPL Mark II between $2,000 to $2,500, targeting the independent filmmaker and hybrid shooter market. As for release, some insiders suggest late 2025 or early 2026. Sigma is known for quiet development followed by sudden announcements, so the reveal could happen sooner than expected. Let's be clear, this isn't a camera for everyone. If you want fast burst rates, big grips, or flashy touchscreens, Sigma isn't chasing that crowd. The FPL Mark II is for people who want their camera to disappear. People who care more about image than interface. More about freedom than features. It's for documentary filmmakers who shoot in tight spaces. Wedding filmmakers looking for a silent B-cam. Street photographers who value full-frame quality without the weight. Indie cinematographers needing raw workflows on a budget. Minimalist creators who build their rigs their way. So, is the Sigma FPL Mark II real? We don't know for sure, but the pattern is there. Sigma has done this before, quietly, deliberately, and with zero compromise. And if this camera does arrive with all the rumored features, fast sensor, 10-bit internal video, raw output, IBIS better autofocus. It won't just be a hidden gem, it'll be a filmmaking secret weapon. Now the question is, are you ready for it?